Hey guys, how's it going? Russian Heat here, and in today's video I'm gonna show you a complete guide on Valorant setup, how to set up your Windows setting, how to set up your in-game, and some extra stuff that I haven't seen in any other guide out there. And I really appreciate subscribe, so please subscribe if you find this video useful for more useful content. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get started. First, you want to make sure your Windows is fully updated. So make sure you don't have anything outstanding in your Windows update. So just do a quick Windows update check and make sure we're good. So if nothing shows up, you can go ahead and move on to the next one. So next thing you want to do, you want to go to display settings, and we're going to go to graphics settings, and we're going to enable hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. So that's one of the things that benefited me greatly, and I see improved latency, input latency in this game. The second thing you want to do is, I haven't seen any other guide do that, is to get into your Valorant folder. So let's see, where's the Valorant? So it's inside the Riot Games folder. So if you go to your C drive, Riot Games, you're going to go to Valorant. Live, you're gonna go right here, find a valorant.exe file. You're gonna right click on it, go to properties, compatibility, and you're gonna check box right here where it says disable full screen optimizations. So what this does is it disables, it prevents Windows from interacting with your game the way it runs, the way it's supposed to be run. Next thing is Nvidia settings. Nvidia settings in this game, they're pretty straightforward, so I can show you my settings. For display color settings, it's this. Everything is pretty much default except for I choose fixed refresh rate on this monitor technology. And I choose quality, and I turn the VSync off. So you can just look right here. I'll briefly scroll through them. Some people go in direct program settings. So I'll show you my Valorant program settings. So I have a slightly different Counter-Strike setting, so you can look at my Counter-Strike guide to go over it, but this video is about Valorant. So when you click on Valorant, I keep everything default exactly how it is like in my global settings. Valorant is a very well optimized game from a GPU standpoint, so you don't really have to mess with it much. I know I've seen some people change some stuff here, but you can actually, power management mode could be changed through the game, and I'll show you how to do it. If you go right here, another thing you want to do, go to settings. You're gonna go to gaming, and you're gonna disable Xbox game bar. Make sure you do that, it's very important. You're gonna gain a lot of FPS by doing so. You want to keep all this off. Game mode is on, and Xbox networking, I just keep it default. There's another one that I've seen, background app settings. I've seen some people do that. You can disable them, you can enable them. I don't see a difference if I disable it, so I keep it on, and it does not affect your FPS at all if you have a decent computer. Okay, so the next thing is, let's start the game. I think we're done. I forgot to mention, make sure that all your drivers are updated for your computer. Your sound card drivers, your video card drivers. It's a generally good practice to keep everything up to date, and check for updates every couple of weeks or so. But one thing you don't want to update is your BIOS. Do not update your BIOS. Okay, let's start the game real quick, and we'll see some of the game settings that you want to change. So let's click on settings, and we're going to go over all my settings, and I'll just scroll through them briefly, and I'll explain the ones that you should change. All of these settings here are preference, except for this one, network buffering. You want to keep it on minimum. If you have good internet, you want to do this. So there's a minimum, moderate, and a maximum. Maximum, I believe it's 32 updates per second. This is 64, and that gets you to 128 the way it's supposed to. Controls, once again, it's pure preference. You can change it to whatever you like. I choose to have everything default on mine. That's something I got used to, and that's what I use. Crosshair, once again, this one is preference. Pick a crosshair that you like something like this, because for me it's easy to see. So basically it's a green crosshair with black outlines. So I'll scroll down for settings. You can copy them if you like, but I recommend practicing and seeing what you like the best. Video settings. Okay, here's my video settings. I keep everything off. There's no FPS limiters. You do want to run this game specifically because the engine and the way it runs, you don't want to limit your FPS. You want to let it free. Nvidia Reflex, low latency, you want to keep it on. That reduces your input lag. And on plus boost means that your game will always run in the maximum performance power setting. Graphics quality, multi-threaded rendering is on. Everything else is low and off. You can change this. It doesn't really affect FPS that much. You're not going to see any huge performance drops if you change the setting, because this is a CPU bound game, so it matters. Your FPS highly dependent on what type of CPU do you have. And here in this tab, the stats, you can, once again, it's another pure preference. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's how you do it.